Hello there, Lord Coach KB here. So I want to talk about Pantheon items, specifically what should you first item on this champion. So generally speaking, most of the times it will be Eclipse apparently on this champion and nothing else. If I go through most of the ranks, of course, you can see Eclipse first item into Black Cleaver, Eclipse into Black Cleaver, Eclipse into Black Cleaver. Now, what's the issue with this build? Often you could go Eclipse into Sojin because, same as Jarvan, this champion already has actually armor pen in his kit. Now, some other champs like Jax also go for it because he has mixed AP and AD damage, of course. So, why would you actually first item it? Let's say you get it at level 11 or you get it at level 9. Approximately, it will perform the same way cooldown wise. Now what you should watch out for is that when you stack Conqueror, you're gonna get just one more ability haste, right? It won't be all that different, honestly. Um, it just will be one more ability haste, but it's not a big deal. So basically you get 40 ability haste, except your W of course does not get the 40, it gets less. But don't worry too much about that, because compared to Eclipse, right? You can see Eclipse as well. It provides 5 more AD, right? It doesn't provide any HP, it provides 12 lethality, 15 ability haste, so you're gonna have 25 less. And also, you're gonna get a shield for 1.5 seconds, which is not that insane, because often you could use your E aggressively as well in some case scenarios where where the shield is procced, so you don't get much value out of it, or let's say you insta-proc it, right? Someone is stunned for 1 second, then it means that after that 1 second you're gonna get a 0.5 second amount of shield. So if they are just running away, then it might not be that big of a deal, but again, you're gonna have more damage output out of Eclipse than out of Sojin in a all-in. Now, just to be clear, the good thing about Sojin is that it provides Pantheon what he's actually lacking, mobility. Now, I know for a reason Eclipse also provides mobility, KP, right? But it only provides mobility for 1.5 seconds, which is not that insane. So it basically means that you W in, you use your combo, which usually stagnates you in one place. Like, look, when you all in someone, it usually stagnates you in one place. And that mobility is a bit fake on Pantheon because you actually just like barely get some, and usually you are using your melee combo as well. So it means it just kinda expires on you. While Sojin, the good thing about Sojin is that the lower HP you go, the more movement speed you get, which are both valued on Pantheon to engage or disengage, because as we see, like the lower we go, the more and more speed we get, of course, to the point where it's very hard to like keep the pace for the enemy champion with you. Um, the other reason why I say the Q spam is very constant, right? Your W is a little more frequent, same as your E, but it's mainly about Q DPS. So generally speaking, you have way more DPS out of a Sojin build, just because it provides you as a first item. It provides you way more Qs per usual in a all-in, which generally means that you'll be able to push out more damage per second. Now, one thing to watch out for, Eclipse does give a shield, but as I said, it only lasts for 0.5 seconds after you after you proc it, right? Because you stand, that's like 1 second usually, right? And so I get it that it does also like it does like give like 6% damage, but that's nothing really usually. It doesn't even feels like it does damage, you know, that way with that passive. At least not when you first item it early on. So I don't suppose it's actually like you can second item it. I think it's not a big deal if you wanna get a shield, some mobility. You can also get Duskblade arguably some games, which are kind of underrated on Pantheon. But I really see Sojin being a bit better as a first item, and into tanks on top lanes such as Malphite. I do suppose Black Cleaver is just way better actually than how's it called? So I mean better than Sojin, but also better than the other item, of course. Um, Eclipse, just because Eclipse provides like 12 lethality and 6% damage, which is nothing into Malphite actually, compared to Black Cleaver, which also reduces his armor on the target itself, which means it will actually reduce his W and D damage, because both of them scale with armor. His Storm Mail damage if he goes Storm Mail, or any type of items that sort of scale with armor, but I think Eclipse, out of all things, is a bit way too overrated on this champion. Um, and I think that's what I wanted to kind of like talk about, because I think way too many Pantheon players just like non-stop go for Eclipse over other items that could provide you like decent amount of value. That's it for now. Have a nice day, guys. Oh, did this thing work, or is it just bullshitting?